Hey, smart soul. Have you noticed how everyone lately feels the need to prove something, even when no one asked? People defend themselves without being attacked. They over-explain simple decisions. They justify feelings that were never wrong. They turn every moment into a performance, hoping someone will finally applaud their existence. But a grounded, disciplined mind doesn't chase validation, doesn't perform strength, doesn't drown in blah blah. It moves with intention, not desperation. A calm soul knows silence is not the absence of power, it is the expression of it. It is the kind of strength that doesn't need to shout to be felt. Today, we'll walk through 6 deep truths about why silence strengthens you, sharpens you, and protects your peace more than any argument ever could. And as you listen, you might feel parts of yourself soften, and other parts wake up. If this already speaks to you, breathe in once and whisper to yourself, "My calm is my strength." Let's begin. 1. Silence makes people feel the impact of your absence. When you stop explaining yourself, everything shifts. People suddenly start thinking. They notice the void you're no longer filling. They notice the energy you no longer pour into them, and your absence becomes louder than any reaction you could have given. You see, silence is not passive. It's a mirror that reflects their behavior back to them. It forces people to sit with what they did, what they didn't do, and what they never expected you to stop tolerating. You're no longer pleading, convincing, or repeating yourself. You exit the emotional battlefield entirely. And something powerful happens in that quiet distance. Your power returns to you. The weight on your chest lifts. Your mind clears. You see how much energy you spent trying to make others understand what they never intended to. Your silence becomes a boundary, a reset, a statement without speaking, and it often speaks louder than anything you could have said. 2. Silence opens the door to your inner truth. Most people drown their confusion in distractions, calls, scrolling, venting, running back to the same person who hurt them, seeking instant clarity from others. But a steady soul steps back, not to avoid the pain, but to hear what the pain has been trying to say. In stillness, truths become impossible to ignore. The truth about what you allowed, the truth about what drained you, the truth about what you stayed for, even when it no longer felt like home. You might hear thoughts like, "I saw the signs, I just didn't want them to be true. I kept giving chances I never received. I wasn't waiting for closure, I was waiting for hope. I stayed because I believed in potential, not reality. I confused effort with compatibility." Silence sorts emotion from reality. It separates what your heart wanted from what your mind already knew. It shows you what actually happened, not what you wished happened. And that is where self-respect begins, in the quiet moment when you finally choose truth over attachment, when you stop romanticizing someone's potential and start acknowledging their patterns. 3. Searching for closure from others abandons closure within yourself. Everyone wants the perfect explanation, a clean ending, a clear reason, a moment that makes everything make sense. But someone who truly valued you wouldn't leave you starving for clarity. And someone who withholds closure is telling you everything by saying nothing. When you chase answers from the person who hurt you, you hand them the power to decide when your healing begins. Your peace becomes dependent on their timing, their availability, their level of emotional maturity. Real closure is not something someone gives you. It's something you realize on your own. Their silence is an answer. Their distance is clarity. Their lack of effort is the explanation. Your acceptance is the ending. Healing is something you give yourself, not something you wait for. And once you understand that, you stop asking people to explain why they couldn't love you properly. You stop searching for reasons from people who could barely give you respect. You stop expecting emotional wisdom from someone who wasn't even honest with themselves. You write your own ending, quietly, honestly, and with your dignity intact. 4. Silence exposes truth faster than confrontation. Words can be dressed up, excuses can be polished, promises can be performed. People can say anything when they fear losing you. But silence reveals everything. When you step back, you see people's intentions with perfect clarity. Those who value you will notice your absence and respond with honesty. Those who only needed you for convenience will fade without hesitation. Those who controlled you with mind games will get irritated. Because silence exposes what manipulation hides. Those who cared only when you reacted will panic when you stop feeding the dynamic. Those who never intended to stay will simply drift the moment you stop carrying the connection. Silence reveals who is aligned with you and who is only aligned with what you provided. You don't have to test anyone, just stop talking, and you'll see who they really are. Silence does the sorting for you. It clears the room, it filters out who never stood beside you, and it brings forward the people who truly do. 5. Not explaining yourself is a sign of deep self-trust. Being misunderstood hurts. We all know that feeling. The urge to defend yourself, to correct the narrative, to make someone see your heart clearly. But trying to correct every misunderstanding hurts even more. People who want to misjudge you will always find a way. People who want to twist your intentions will always create their own version of you. People who aren't ready to understand you never will, no matter how many words you give them. A confident soul doesn't beg to be seen clearly. They don't plead to be understood. They don't fight to protect a reputation among people who never tried to know them. They know their integrity doesn't need defending. They know their worth doesn't need convincing. They know their boundaries don't require permission. Your silence becomes your filter. It removes noise. It removes distortions. It removes the people who only valued you when they could drain you. Walking away from misunderstanding isn't weakness. It's wisdom. It's saying, I am not spending another minute trying to prove myself to someone committed to misreading me. 6. Quiet detachment delivers the lesson no argument could. One of the most powerful things you can do is leave peacefully. No dramatic exit, no emotional speech, no attempts to change their mind, no fight for closure, no begging for understanding. Just a gentle, grounded decision to stop participating in what doesn't honor you. People don't learn from lectures. They learn when access disappears, when your energy is no longer available to be drained, dismissed, or taken for granted. Your silence becomes the consequence. Your distance becomes the clarity. Your peace becomes the lesson. Some will understand the message immediately. Some will realize it months later. Some will never understand it at all. But whether they understand it or not is not your burden to carry, because the real transformation was always meant for you. Your silence teaches you that you don't have to fight to be valued. You don't have to argue to be respected. You don't have to lose yourself to keep anyone. Silence shows you who deserves access and who deserves distance. If this reached your heart, then you're already stepping into a stronger version of yourself. You don't need to chase. You don't need to beg. You don't need to prove. You don't need to perform strength you already possess. Your silence protects you. Your silence empowers you. Your silence is your rebirth. If this resonated, take a moment and write this below. My silence protects me. My silence empowers me. My silence is self-respect. Like, share, and follow for more stories that matter.